Mind you, Donald Trump has already given a phone call to both these leaders, Volodymyr and Vladimir. Kremlin reacting differently. But what's the latest is that the Chornobyl destroyed nuclear power plant at the fourth reactor and the shed of that fourth reactor, alleged by the Ukrainian agencies at this point in time, was that a Russian drone came in with an explosive warhead. It attacked that particular nuclear site. Take a look. Let's break this down for you. The Russian drone attack, it damaged Chernobyl's nuclear plant shelter, and that's what Zelenskyy has alleged. An overnight Russian drone attack, it caused significant damage to the radiation shelter of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy took to social media to say the same. Chernobyl was the first, when you're talking about a site of the world's worst civil nuclear catastrophe, when one of its 4 reactors exploded back in the year 1986, and that reactor is now enveloped by a protective shelter known as the sarcophagus to contain the lingering radiation effects of that destroyed, exploded reactor. The Russian drone struck that very shelter of the destroyed power unit at the plant, causing a fire that has since been extinguished, according to Ukrainian agencies. But take a look at this. This is what Zelenskyy said when he took to X and wrote, and I quote, "Last night, a Russian attack drone with a high explosive warhead struck the shelter protecting the world from radiation at the destroyed 4th power unit of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. This shelter was built by Ukraine together with other European countries and the rest of the world, with America as well, all those committed to real security for humanity. The only country in the world that attacks such sites, occupies nuclear power plants, and wages war without any regard for the consequences is today's Russia. This is a terrorist threat to the entire world." Now, the Kremlin just today dismissed all of these as provocations, accusations by Ukraine that a Russian drone had damaged the containment shelter at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant overnight. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said he did not have precise information on the alleged incident, but that Russia does not attack nuclear infrastructure.
I haven't got any precise information. I know one thing. There can be no talk of strikes being carried out on any nuclear facilities, on nuclear energy facilities. Therefore, any claims that this was the case do not match the reality. The Russian military does not do this. They do not. Most likely, we are talking about another provocation, a frame-up. This is exactly what the Kiev regime love, and sometimes, in fact, doesn't disdain to do.
And that's not all. The International Atomic Energy Agency, the IAEA, said an explosion was heard overnight on the 14th of February from the new safe confinement, which protects the remains of the reactor 4 of the former Chernobyl nuclear power plant. That started a fire as well. And the agency said that fire safety personnel and vehicles responded within minutes and no casualties were reported. Radiation levels inside and outside remain normal and stable as per the Atomic Agency, and the agency is continuously monitoring the situation, is what it added on as well. So as of now, the radiation levels, they haven't spiked, but the dangers are in fact imminent.